Go.
Welcome to a little update from January of what has happened in our little project over the last month or so. We have been active, but not too active on the video production, so you haven't seen me on the screen with news for a month or two. So today I will give you a little update on where we are. Just before Christmas we got our Cubesat delivered. Well, actually, to be precise, I picked it up in Denmark, and it was a day which Denmark was completely under snow, and I had to drive approximately an hour to get to the place where I should pick up our box with the Cubesat. On the way down there it had started snowing and it was freezing, and the road was actually fairly slippery, and I was driving in my old car in Denmark, which is not very good for driving in slippery weather, at least not on surfaces that are slippery. So I was driving the incredible speed of 60 kilometers an hour on the motorway, and actually I lost control of the steering. So first the car went one way and then it turned back. I managed to get it turned back, and in the end we ended up in the middle of the road into the metal divider between the two parts of the motorway. By then we didn't go very fast, so we got no personal damage and just a little damage on one of the light bulbs in front of the car. So I could start up the car again and go and pick up our double satellite. We have now estimated again and actually tried it out in various ways, and we now know that we do lack power on board. That is probably not a surprise given the size of the Cubesat and as much as you can have. Nevertheless, we are now in a position where we know that we will not be able to have everything on the Cubesat on at the same time. Luckily, that's foreseen by the current design. We are capable of switching off and on the camera modules and so on, and the onboard rocket motor, the iron motor, independently. But still we are in the process of trying to make a setup where we will switch on only the essential things when we need them. The software development is ongoing. We've run through some hiccups. It's probably normal in these kind of things. Software versions changes relatively fast in a project like this, and we have had some problems on uploading new versions of the software to the device. We are currently in the middle of making the software for attitude control, and perhaps I can best illustrate that by taking a little model of our Cubesat. When we come out, we are assuming that we are tumbling and we don't quite know how. We will measure that with magnetometers, the onboard cameras, and gyroscopes, which we have on board. And then we will have, a 3-axis electromagnets on board, which I might illustrate by saying that there is one here, and one here, which can be turned on and off independently of each other, and with magnetic north pole like that, or vice versa. The hard thing is going to be to test these software routines for doing it, because the electromagnets on board are weak, and it's therefore difficult to test it on Earth, where gravity will tend to hold everything fast. We will make some attempts to hang it up and put some stronger magnetic fields around it and test it with compass magnetic needles before we launch. Our launch, our current launch for the double Cubesat has been delayed to May. I should probably say that that fits us rather well, because we are not quite ready yet, and that the development work on the iron motor is continuing, but I still haven't, we haven't built it into the double Cubesat, so I have nothing to show you yet. So this is the update from January 2011. Thank you very much for listening.